All right, welcome back to Sonoma County, California. I am at the Fireside Chat version of the National Sales Meeting 2024 for JB&A. This is one of my favorite weeks of the year because I get to talk to phenomenal tech companies in the M&E space, in the Pro AV space, and find out what they're doing next and what's going on. Now, I don't do it alone, and today I brought in Mr. Marty Waverley from Christie to tell me about some of the latest advancements that Christie has in DV LED products. Marty. I almost called you Christie.
That's Chris, Marty, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Marty, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Having a great time this week.
It's fun to actually be in person together. Usually we're at a distance.
Vast differences,
yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so, I know there's some new product that Christie's got in the DV LED space. So before we dive into that, I just kind of want to get some perspective. What are you seeing out there in the market that, as now that I would say DV LED is finally really coming to its own?
It's becoming more and more price competitive, right? In alignment with projection systems. Christie's always been known for projectors. We're getting to the point where they're starting to become cost comparative, that we can actually do DV LED micro pixel pitch from 0.9 up to 2.5 and be cost competitive to projection.
Which is I think really a massive shift compared to where we were a couple of years ago. Where it's like it was still cheaper just to slap a projector up.
Yep. Things are obviously changing and prices are coming down. We've been doing it for long enough now that we've got our bearings. We know what's good, what's bad, processes and procedures to come out with a better product at a cheaper cost.
Has the market, is there more demand in the market now? Are we seeing more people say LED first, projection
second?
Yes,
definitely. A lot of the consulting bases and projects we're coming up on. In fact, I think I just saw a basketball floor for the NBA. The whole NBA floor is going to be LED for the game this weekend.
I didn't think you could bounce a ball in those things.
It's really, you got to go check it out. It's pretty amazing to see what they're doing. So it's getting that cost comparative that you can do that.
Yeah, well, if you're willing to put it in a place where it can be destroyed.
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. What else is happening in that space? Are we seeing any new applications, any new markets for this?
A lot of VizSim. VizSim that was primarily projection on that environment are going LED, direct view LED, because it is cost comparative. We can do 120 hertz with P3 color at a high HDR10 compatible too.
Yeah, which is going to be much tougher by the time you stitch and do all the joining of multiple projectors. Plus, it changes the design of that room because you're not having to fit projectors.
Those projection screens and images that you're having come in from the back. So yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So what, from a visual, so what you were talking was visual simulation market. Are these more medical? Are we seeing these in oil and gas?
All across the board, aviation, one, and you're seeing it in, the national laboratories are building them for stuff that they've primarily been doing with projection over the years.
So let me ask you a provocative question that's going to get you in trouble with somebody later. Is projection dead?
No, I think the invention of laser projection, laser phosphorus has been hot for a long time. We came out with laser projection a few years ago, really hot with the 50K, the 35K, and now a 15 and a 25K, fully encased. So that kind of reinvigorated everything with the colors that you can get out of it. But DV LED is really hitting the market. I think at some point you'll see a tip.
And do you think the LED, because of the infrastructure of not having to hang a projector, is it the color quality? What do you think it is that tips the mark for people?
Well, I think you can just do so much more with DV LED. You can do curves, corners, come around up over the top, not have those projection angles in the shadows. The shadows has always been a problem, or you need more space to go behind. So screen damage, you got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. Okay, so which brings us to Core 3.
Yep.
So roll me in on Core 3.
So our new product line, we've had Core 2 out. We're very successful with our Core 2 line. Core 3, about a 40% price reduction.
Okay, let's just stop the presses right there. So 40% over what? Over last generation?
Over last gen, which we were cost competitive. Obviously the market changes. Everybody comes out with a cheaper cost. I don't want to say it's a race to the bottom, but it kind of has become that in the industry. Everybody's just...
Well, it happened in the flat panel market.
It did, yeah.
Right? It somewhat happened in, I would say, the entry-level projector market.
Lower echelon of the entry level.
The sub 6,000 lumen type of market.
But now we're getting to a point where we can have an 800 nit product. We made the back case a different material, so it's about 40% lighter, 30% more energy efficient, quicker to install. It comes with an integrated mount, so you don't have to go buy a third-party mount.
So what are we putting on the back wall then? I mean, how does that go up?
3/4 inch marine grade plywood, bolt right to that, make sure that's straight and true, and then everything else just goes right up on the wall.
So you're saving, so is that part of the 40% cost saving that we're talking about?
No, we've always had all our lines, Core Plus, Core 2, Core 3, and Microtile all have integrated mounting systems. So if you're not doing anything totally intricate, we have you covered.
And is this supporting curves and shapes, or are we pretty much doing just
straight wall? On the Core 3, it is an entry-level product.
Got it.
Like our Microtile's P3 color, 120 hertz, 3D capable. But the Core is a great product for anything else other than trying to do some.
So Core, really, we're thinking about large digital signage applications, conference room. If we're replacing the flat panel or projector,
yes.
This is the product we want to hone in
100%.
on. Right, cost effective, easy to install.
Yep.
Very good, very good. Now, okay, so of course everybody's going to want to know, what are the resolutions? What are we talking about in terms of specs?
So we can go, we did put bundles together especially for JB&A, 4K and HD bundles in 1.2 or 0.9 all the way up to 2.5, HD and 4K. We can go bigger, I can go smaller, but we put those bundles together so you guys have a better price and be able to move some product.
That's impressive. So it's an interesting time because we've been talking over LED for a great number of years. It's amazing that was a thing that only Hollywood and Vegas could afford to now. I can almost put this in every conference room or classroom.
100%. It's down to that price point where you can put it in.
Yeah, and at a 40. Now, in that 40% reduction, are you guys finding, is this that the materials are getting cheaper, the product?
The electronics have gotten easier to count, easier to get. We had obviously a mass component problem during COVID.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the components. We're back to a point where we can get them. Start negotiating better pricing. Christie's doing a lot more LED, and so with the back can change from the metal to a fibrous material, it really kind of made us capable of reducing the cost.
And it's lighter, and it's got an integrated
more cost
mount.
efficient, energy efficient.
That's brilliant. It's super exciting, man. I'm really excited to see Core 3. Are we going to see it at any of those shows coming up in the next few months?
We just had it, the 0.9 at ISE, and we'll have a similar booth at Infocom.
Perfect. All right. So just a couple months away, everybody. Make sure you book your tickets now because it's in Vegas this year, and you're going to want to get a flight as quick as possible.
100%.
Marty, I'm looking forward to seeing that in Vegas in a couple of months. Thanks for being here, and thanks for watching this episode of the old Fireside Chat.